Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking about Ciel. First off, I'm going to say, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the quest line for Ciel is, pretty funny. It was pretty funny. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, the stats on this character, I would say they're pretty average, because, it's a 4-star. However, there are some abilities that are useful. I use this character to the end of the game. Obviously I got it maxed out and everything. So I'm going to go into the skills right now. So I keep, first thing I have on there is Crush Arrow, because there's been a few times where I just needed Lakido just needed a little bit of extra earth damage. He does a lot of earth damage, but, having this Crush Arrow, with Ciel, does help out quite a bit. Or you can use Rock Shot. If you feel like, you're using a lot of mana on Ciel, feel free to use Rock Shot. But the main skill on this character, that you're going to be using is Elemental Song. So that type resistance, plus 30% for 5 turns is actually a huge bonus, a huge boost. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually is. It saved me in a lot of situations, especially against, tough bosses, or if I want to challenge a horror, before I'm ready to challenge a horror. It can help. It can reduce damage by quite a bit. So I highly recommend that. And then later on in the game, so I'll cast Elemental Song and then I'll switch out Ciel. Because later on, this character is just mainly there for this buff. And then I switch the character out. I'm like, because he's a 4-star, and when he gets hit by certain bosses or enemies, quite a bit of damage is dealt. So I just pretty much use him as my hit and run type of character, or in this case, buff and run. So I buff my party and then I switch the character out, and then I also use Heartbreak. So I reduce the enemy's power by 20%. And so the reason why I'm using higher mana points on Ciel is because a lot of the times I put Ciel in the back, because once again, Ciel is just there for that elemental song buff. Pretty much that's all I use this character for mainly. So if I need some extra damage, especially against bosses, that's why I have the higher NP skills on Ciel, because this character can use the higher mana abilities, because this character is going to be sitting on the bench a lot of times. And of course, if you need a little bit more AoE, you can use Arrow Rain. Oh, and the other thing I want to point out is the limit break. So when all your characters attack at the same time, you want to keep the most powerful ability where Heartbreak is. You want to keep all of their most powerful abilities right there in that slot, so you can easily spam that last button to get the most damage potential possible. Otherwise, if you have your high damage ability where Crush Arrow is, then you're gonna have to remember, and then you're gonna just say to yourself afterwards, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to press Crush Arrow." So let's put Heartbreak where Crush Arrow is real quick. Oh yeah, for Ciel, I was supposed to press, Heartbreak, which was in the first slot, instead of the last slot. So if you keep all of your highest damage abilities in one slot, one area. So when you use that limit break, you're going to do a ton. You're going to do a ton of damage. So I highly recommend that, doing that for your limit breaks, and that just keeps everything organized better for you. And then for the ability board, I mean, since Ciel is 4-star, I mean, it's pretty simple, really. I mean, you can max everything out, if you want to. I think Ciel is going to have a 5-star unlock later on, so please leave a comment below if you know that for a fact. That's the reason why I'm hoarding a few ability points right now, is because I don't know if a 5-star is going to be available later on. But that's why I haven't maxed everything out completely. So yeah, I mean, if you have any comments below or want to know more about Ciel, just leave a comment, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.